Oh, hello founders, I didn't see you there. You know, this book has a lot to say about self-discovery. And I've got a story about self-discovery. Would you like to hear it? It's a story called Sin Developer. Once upon a time, there was a lowly programmer in a huge but caring multinational. They were all very happy until one day their manager died and was replaced with a cruel step manager and her two step system admins, whose appearance isn't important. One night the programmer wanted to go to a networking event where there was going to be a representative of a major game studio. But the evil step system admins instead made them work late, debugging the stack so that they could go themselves. As the programmer sat working on the night of the meetup, she suddenly heard a voice. "Hello," it said. "I'm your fairy digital assistant. How may I help you today?" "Oh, fairy digital assistant, I want a chance to get seed funding for my mobile game, Stranger's Kitchen, where you're racing against the clock to put away crockery as fast as it gets washed, but get this, you don't know which cupboard..." "Oh, all right. Spare me the details," said the fairy digital assistant. And with that, it used Uber to magically transform a Kia Rio into a taxi, and Fiverr to turn two out-of-work actors into a fawning entourage. Finally, she booked a drone delivery of a Patagonia summer jacket. "But remember," said the fairy digital assistant, "the bookings all expire at midnight." So, our programmer went to the networking session and wowed everyone with her distinctive ideas, personal drive, and better than non-existent personal skills. But when the calendar alert buzzed at 5 minutes to midnight, she raced out without leaving her business card. Fortunately, the fairy digital assistant had sold all of her personal metadata, and so the studio representative was able to easily find her address, phone number, and blood type. She hooked up the funding needed to get the game to market, where it was a huge hit, allowing her to set up her own development studio. And while none of their subsequent games were as successful, they still had a good run. So the moral of the story is, never let Alexa learn your weaknesses. The end. And now it's time for bed, little founders. And just remember, at midnight, you'll turn into a genius with $1 billion idea. Good night.